What's up everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanTrucks.com and welcome to our discussion and comparison of the new versus old Raptor in regards to exhaust sound. Now in this video, we're going to address the controversy head on, go back to back with the stock sound clips, and then later recommend an aftermarket system for each generation for owners who are interested in cranking up the volume a little bit more. Now even though I already have a pretty good idea of how this video will go from a comment perspective, we still want to encourage your participation. So drop us a comment below where you're watching this, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great truck content coming your way very soon. But before we dive into the sound clips, I want to quickly rewind back to my 2017 Raptor review. If you haven't checked that out yet, please feel free to do so. And more specifically, a couple of points I made throughout the review where I stated I didn't want to focus in on the sound for the purposes of the review because I felt it would have overshadowed the truck. That's not this video. We're solely focusing in on the sound here and asking the question, should sound be a determining factor when buying or not buying a new truck? And with that said, and without further ado, let's get into our sound clips. First up, age before beauty. Let's start with the crowd-pleasing mighty 6.2 liter V8. Hit it. And I think that one speaks for itself, right? I mean, you get the tried and true combination of a big hulking American V8 powering this big hulking American truck. What else do you need? Now guys, yes, I'm fully aware of the fact that Ford did produce a 5.4 Raptor earlier on, but for the purposes of this video, we are focusing in on the 6.2 as it is more common. Power numbers for the 6.2 are 411 horsepower, 434 pound-feet of torque respectively from the big displacement small stroke motor, which was a little bit of a dinosaur by design if you really think about it. Sure, you had the variable cam time working for you, but you still had that big heavy iron block, single overhead cam design, 2 valves per cylinder, just a truck motor through and through, but one that did sound particularly awesome, especially in stock form. And now for the controversy. Ford decided to totally throw out that tried and true truck recipe that works so well on the first generation Raptor and go totally modern here with the 2017. Twin turbos, direct injection, all yes on a V6, and here's your sound clip. So, as you just heard, Ford decided to take the all bite and no bark approach to the 2017 Raptor and nearly caused an internet riot in the process. However, that doesn't seem to be slowing down prospective buyers because if you can find one of these things, chances are it's coming along with a pretty hefty dealer markup. Now, getting back to that sound that you guys just heard, well, that was courtesy of Ford's new one-size-fits-all performance engine, their high-output 3.5 liter twin turbocharged EcoBoost V6, a variation of which can be found in Ford's new flagship supercar, the Ford GT. Now listen guys, I know I'm being a little sarcastic here, but the reality is Ford's new twin turbo 3.5 is very impressive. 450 horsepower, 510 pound-feet of torque from the beefed up 3.5, and one that would stock for stock run absolute circles around the 6.2 liter Raptor in many different ways, as proven in other reviews and good old-fashioned drag races. And of course, that leads us to the big question. Would you overlook the lack of a big American V8 soundtrack to get into a newer, leaner, and more capable truck? Or is the V6 a complete deal breaker? We want to know, please join the discussion. But now that we got that out of the way, let's get into my recommendations for a couple of different aftermarket systems, one for each generation here, that I feel do a great job of cranking up the volume and just giving the truck a little bit more attitude while on the road. Now, starting with that 6.2 liter V8 again, and let's face it guys, the reality is you could probably put a damn coffee can on this thing and it would still sound pretty good. However, the system I selected is the furthest thing from that. I went with the Corsa Extreme catback exhaust with the Black Pro Series tip, and here's what it sounds like. Now the Corsa is a perennial favorite here on the site for V8 truck owners and a personal favorite of mine because that tone, right? I like to call it the face melter. It's loud, it's aggressive, it's very fitting of the wide and menacing first gen Raptor and is just the perfect soundtrack for the truck. But let's move on to the 2017 Raptor. And if you have one of these trucks and you enjoy that turbocharged V6 tone, maybe you crave a little bit more of it, hey, it's not a crime, man. It's a free country, right? For this system, I went with another brand favorite here at American Trucks, MagnaFlow, and their MF Series dual exit catback exhaust system. And here's what it sounds like. Now the MagnaFlow systems continue to be a top choice for me personally for the EcoBoost powered trucks because, in my opinion, they do maintain a nice deep tone with little to no rasp and a moderate increase in volume over the factory system that won't blow your eardrums out or drive you crazy on long trips. Well, that's gonna do it for our Raptor exhaust comparison video and aftermarket suggestion. We hope you enjoyed the video, and more importantly, we hope you get active in the comment section. Are you a V8 or nothing person, or do you overlook sound in favor of performance? We wanna know. Guys, thanks for watching again, and for all things truck, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.